Peace, everybody. Love, 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 love. This is Rich Fontaine, Power Self Entertainment, and we are on day 4 of consistency, doing the daily motivation every single day for 365 days for 2019 and 2020, because my New Year's does not start on January 1st. It starts whenever I say it does. It starts with a decision. And I made a decision last week, or this week, to do a video. So it's only number 4, so we're just in the beginning stages. So I won't pat myself on the back yet. When we get to 200, I'm going to give a free book away. When we get to 200, I'm going to get the free book away. Now, I want to talk about being an empty cup. And I was reading the book, I don't know if you ever heard of this, it's from Striking Thoughts, Keys to Daily Living by Bruce Lee. Jasmine got me this. It's a really, really good book. It's all of Bruce Lee's philosophies. And one of his early philosophies was be an empty cup. And it reminds me of a story that he says of a man that was traveling. And he was traveling and he stopped at a small village with a Zen master. And he went to the Zen master and said, I want to learn all of the knowledge. I want to learn about Zen. And I heard Zen does this, and Zen does that, and Zen is all this, and Zen is all that, and Zen is all, and all these things. He had preconceived notions about Zen. And the man said, are you thirsty? He said, yes, I could drink. So he gives him a little small cup, and then starts pouring the tea. But keeps pouring the tea until the tea starts overflowing inside the cup. And he says, Master, the cup is overflowing, it's too much. And he said to him, how can I put more in your cup when your cup's already full? Be an empty cup. Meaning, when you approach anything, don't approach it that you already have the knowledge. The reason I'm a scholar, the reason I love books, the reason I have tons of books behind me, and I continue to read books, is because I take the philosophy of Socrates. I know that I know nothing. And everything I've ever learned, I'm learning. And doesn't mean the knowledge that I obtained is wrong. And doesn't mean it's right either. That means when you continually to learn, you continually to add more brain cells, add more neurons, and you continue to get smarter. That's where your genius comes. You should never ever stop learning. I was listening to Grant Cardone. He's a $500 million real estate portfolio. He says, I'm always reading newspapers. Warren Buffett, he's always reading the markets, even from the past. He started reading markets in 1913 just to see what happens then. He's constantly learning. When you're an empty cup, you become a vessel. And that's when the source, energy, could speak through you. I came off stage once and somebody says, man, you're so powerful on stage. How do you come up with these concepts and these words and you're so powerful? I tell them I'm an empty cup. The words don't come to me until I hit the stage. I just am clear. And then I let the words flow through me because I'm empty. I don't have a preconceived notion of what I should say or what would be sounds good or what the people want to hear. I let the moment, I be present. And when you're an empty cup, you allow knowledge, mentors, ideas to flow through you. But if you're already full, if you know it all already, how can anything flow through you? How can you learn? How can you grow? You already capped yourself. You can't grow if you already know it all. So when I know nothing, I'm constantly growing. I'm constantly expanding. And people see me every year. You seem like you're doing more, you're doing better, you're doing great. And it's like, it's not that. It's every year, every day I'm learning. And even when the tough times come, I stop and I say, what was I supposed to learn through this? What was I supposed to get from this? What is life telling me? But if I said I already know everything. You can't teach me anything. That means I'm hard-headed. That means I'll keep facing the same adversity, the same struggle, the same issue again, over and over and over and over until I learn. And what am I learning? Is to be empty. Is to allow myself to learn. To allow myself to see. To look at myself really deeply and say, you know what? That was a bad move. That was a bad decision. I don't think you know exactly what you think you know. Your belief systems may be off. You're attracting certain things because you believe. You have a rotation of thoughts in your mind that could be completely erroneous. At the end of the day, you could be an empty cup. And what Bruce Lee said, you know what makes a cup so powerful, so useful, so great, why we love cups so much? Because they're empty. We could use them. The source energy, God, the universe, the cosmos, whatever you want to call it, Brahman, Allah, Krishna, it doesn't really matter. But it could use you when you're an empty cup. But if your cup's already full, how can it use you to do its own bidding, to put you on the path of greatness? So today, be an empty cup. Write down all the things you think you know. Actually, that's too much. But be present. The next time a struggle hits you, especially if it's a struggle that happened multitudes of times, especially when it's not the first time this happened, this argument didn't happen, you got fired again, or there's an issue with your health, or you're gaining weight again, or you're just not happy in a certain area in your life. Stop for a moment and say, what am I supposed to learn here? Empty out everything that you think is right, that you think you know. Because if you can allow information to come in, that's when you grow. Again, this is Rich Fontaine. You could agree with me or not agree with me, but either way, I feel that this was a successful conversation. Namaste.